It's good to see you again. Today I'm going to practice English too, and it's third day to record this. So, today we're going to have some different method to learn English. If you give me 5 to 10 words, I'm going to make paragraphs with this word. Then you just give me follow-up question that is related to my answer, or you just can give me another 10 words, and then I'm going to make new paragraphs with this. Is it okay? Or there, I'm going to give you rules again. Firstly, you don't have to give me feedback until I ask you. If you try to give me feedback every time, then my English speaking practice will be delayed, and I don't want this. Secondly, you don't have to try to give me information. What I talk with you is just because I want to practice speaking English, not because want to gain information with buying you. Okay, this is all. So let's start to practice. Before to do this, I want to know one things. Why pros and cons mean advantage and disadvantage? I don't know the reason of this, and I'm trying to search this, but I can't find it in exact reason for this. So I guess pros might be mean profit, but I don't know. I can guess the meaning of cons. So could you give me explanation for this? And could you give me 10 words for today's?
Welcome back. You're doing great, and I love your plan for today's English practice. Let's follow your rules. No feedback unless you ask, and no extra information unless needed. But first, I'll answer your question. Shash, why pros and cons means advantages and disadvantages. Pros comes from the Latin word pro, which means for. Cons comes from the Latin word contra, which means against. So pros and cons literally means for and against, or reasons to support pros and reasons to oppose cons something. That's why it means advantages and disadvantages. Now, here are 10 words for you to make your first paragraph. 1, journey. 2, unexpected. 3, challenge. 4, companion. 5, peaceful. 6, mountain. 7, whisper. 8, courage. 9, discovery. 10, sunset. Go ahead and make a paragraph using these words. When you're done, I'll either ask a related question or give you new words, just like you want.
Okay, after I hearing this word, I can recall stories names Buddha and Ogo. I don't know it is exact title or not. The title of this in Korean is Sonogo. So I'm going to explain this story by using this 10 words. Before this, I don't know the meaning of sorry, I know all of the meaning of this word. So Sonogong want to release from his crown, so he decided to go journey. He might face unexpected challenge, and sometimes he have to go through hard and rush road. So to overcome this, he have to find his companion. To do this, he just try to talk with others and sometimes try to um, aid them. Therefore, he can make his companion very peacefully. So right after do this, he's just trying to climb the mountain. However, at that time, heard some strange whisper. At first, he can't notice what it is. However, now he recognized that this mountain is not real mountain. It's just a finger of Buddhist. So, um, I can remember last stories of this. So if you encourage me, I can't end these stories, the discovery of Sonogong. So I'm just trying to use all of these words, but I don't know how can I use sunset with this context. I hope you understand this. And I'm finished to use these 10 words. How do you think about this paragraph? You can give me your opinion. Also, you can give me follow-up question if there's something you just want to know more about. Also, I think these words are too easy, and I want to practice to use some academic and formal words. For me, it is very difficult to use this kind of words in real life. So, could you help me to do this? Also, I hope you give me um I hope you give me explanation of these words too. Sometimes I'm confused the meaning of this word, and if you give me explanation, then I don't have to translate these words to know the meaning of this. So, um, this is just all.
You're doing shh really well, and I love how you used all 10 words to tell a creative story based on Sonogong. You expressed your ideas clearly, even though some words were tricky to use, like sunset. It's okay. Your goal is communication, and you did that successfully. Great job. You also asked for my opinion. You're improving fluency, connecting ideas smoothly, and your creativity makes the practice more engaging. You're also showing awareness of grammar and vocabulary use. Even if it's not perfect, it's very communicative, and that's the most important step. A real question. I'll ask you a question after giving the next 10 words. More academic, formal words. I'll give you higher level vocabulary starting today. Explanations in English. I'll explain each word briefly in English so you don't need to translate them. Next 10 academic words with simple explanations. 1. Inevitable, something that is certain to happen and cannot be avoided. 2. Subsequently, after something else happens, later. 3. Interpret, to explain or understand the meaning of something. 4. Justify, to give a reason or explanation for something. 5. Notion, an idea, belief, or opinion. 6. Contradict, to say or show the opposite of something. 7. Consistent, always behaving or happening in the same way. 8. Emphasize, to show that something is especially important. 9. Incorporate, to include something as part of a whole. 10. Valid, based on truth, logic, or facts. Reasonable and acceptable. Now, please create a paragraph using these 10 words. After that, I'll ask you a real question based on your paragraph. Let's keep going. You're doing awesome.
Okay, to use these 10 academic words, firstly, I have to choose topic for this. Yesterday, we've talked about climate change, and I think it might be good topic to practice to use these 10 words. Recently, many people say climate change is inevitable, and our global will be more harder and warmer than before. Um, and lots of symptoms occur subsequently. So I'm going to told you phenomenon of this and controversies opinion for this. So firstly, our land becoming warmer than before because of um greenhouse gases like CO2 or methane. Mm, some people say because of industry industrializations, many plants emit greenhouse gases like methane or CO2, and this is the reasons for this climate change. So they just trying to interpret this strange old change by using artificial things. So they justify this symptom as result of people's desire, greedy people's behavior. Okay, it is very difficult to explain this, and some people contradict this by using calculations. Sorry, I can't record this word. Cycle of natural change. So they give us the notion that in the past some of the land was desert and it also suffered from ice age, and then it can become warm weathers again. So this is just one of the circles of our natural climate change. So they said this climate change is consistent and they just trying to emphasize these things is natural things. So these two opinion is very controversial and paradox each other. Some people try to incorporate both opinion in once. Climate change is based on our natural cycles of our Earth. However, our industrials and emission of greenhouse gas accelerate this change. So I think this opinion is very buried, and I don't know what is exact reasons for this, but I think the rest opinion is very reasonable, and I believe this too. It is very difficult to describe this because the word is unfamiliar for me, and also I don't know much about this topic too. So I hope you understand it. And if you want to know about if you want to know more about this, just give me follow up questions. Then I'm just trying to answer for this.
You're doing fantastic work. Using 10 academic words in one paragraph about such a complex topic is not easy, especially when you're not familiar with the topic. But you pushed through and created a clear explanation of two different perspectives on climate change. That's exactly how you grow. You used almost all the words correctly in context, and even when it was tough, you didn't give up. That shows great learning spirit. Here's your follow-up question. You mentioned that some people try to incorporate both natural and human-made causes of climate change. Do you think it's possible to find a solution that addresses both causes at the same time? If yes, what kind of solution might that be? Take your time to answer. After your response, I'll give you 10 new academic words with short explanations for the next round. Let's keep practicing together.
Okay, thank you for your compliment, and I really appreciate this. I'm going to answer to your follow-up questions. You ask me, do I think it is possible to find a solution that address both causes at the same time? This is the answer for this question. This is my answer for this question. I think we can solve human-made causes, but we can't control natural causes of climate change. If this climate change is just because natural cycle of our Earth, then we can't stop this. Also, if we try to control this, then more serious problem will come. Many technology advance also follow philosophy and moral issues, and sometimes it bring another side effect that is not expected. So for me, trying to control natural change is very hazardous things. So what we have to do is just focusing on decrease human-made cause of climate change. Many people say the cause of this climate change is greenhouse gases, and the reason of and the source of this greenhouse gases is our gases or our using of fossil fuel. Okay, it is very difficult to pronounce this. I hope you understand this. So when we're trying to use our plant, we usually burn fossil fuels, and it emit a lot of greenhouse gases. I heard this before. So many people try to use reusable energy like solar panels, wind energy, water energy, and other things like this. So it might be good trier, and we might will be able to control this human-made cause. So I'm going to give you example for this. I heard that if we use solar energy to make electric, then we don't have to use fossil fuels, and it is very helpful for us to not to emit greenhouse gases. So greenhouse gases reflect warmth and sunlight, so it make our earth much warmer than before. However, we can control these greenhouse gases, then we also can manage this kind of climate change. So this is my opinion. So I'm going to summarize this because mm, it is very because my explanation was very tough. So this is summarization of this. Mm, I think we can't address both causes at the same time. However, we can control human-made cause of climate change. We can use reusable energy like sun, wind, or waters like this. Therefore, we can control some parts of climate change. Is it okay? I really love to eat watermelon and I can't stop to eat this. It is really juicy and very sweet. If I can, I'm going to eat 10 watermelons. Wow. This word is more difficult than much difficult.
Yes, it's absolutely okay. And more than that, it's really good. You made a strong and logical argument with your own ideas, examples, and a summary at the end. That shows not only speaking practice, but real thinking in English. Excellent job. Your answer was clear, even if you felt it was tough. You used words like hazardous, reusable energy, solar panels, and more. Those are challenging terms, and you used them with confidence. Also, your structure was strong. You gave an opinion, explained your reason, shared examples, ended with a summary. This is a very academic and fluent way of speaking. You're getting much closer to your goal. Here are 10 new academic words for your next paragraph with simple explanations. 1. Implication, a possible effect or result of something. 2. Precede, to come before something in time. 3. Allocate, to decide how to use or give out resources like time, money, or space. 4. Framework, a basic structure or system for organizing or understanding something. 5. Criteria, standards or rules used to judge or decide something. 6. Approach, a way of dealing with a problem or situation. 7. Monitor, to regularly check or observe something. 8. Fluctuate, to change level, strength, or value frequently. 9. Diminish, to become smaller or less. 10. Perspective, a point of view or way of thinking about something. Nante. Let me know your topic and then write your paragraph using these 10 words. No rush. You're doing amazing.
Okay. Honestly, this word is really difficult for me, and I think I have to prepare my answer. And to do this, I have to note something, so it might take some times. So please give me some times. To be honest, there are 3 words that I don't know before. So, firstly, I think I have to studying for this. First, implication. What is meaning of this implication? A possible effect or result of something. Okay, I can understand the meaning of this. Precede, to come before, as something in time. Yes, precede have similar meaning at previous. This is just my guessing. This is just my opinion, but I can understand this like this. And finally, fluctuate, change level, strength, or value frequency. Fluctuate. Okay, this is really difficult. Fluctuate. I don't know how can I use this, and is it noun or verbs? So punctuate. Okay, now I choose the topic for this. However, before I answer to this, I think I have to arrange my opinion. So give me some time. Okay, so honestly, these words are very difficult for me, and there are three words that I don't know before. So it takes some time to prepare to use this, and now I can choose the topic for this. Recently, I watched a YouTube video that explain how to learn language. At there, at that video, it explained 몰입교육. Um, I think translate it in English. My we can say it as concentrate education. I don't know, is it right? So I'm going to compare this education and our user education. So firstly, I'm going to explain our user education that trying to learn when we do to learn new language. Okay, I don't know the reason why this sentence sounds very strange, and it might be because I make some mistakes. So I'm going to keep explaining this. So in user learning education, language education, we allocate students based on their language levels. So, and we teach them this our purpose language by using their mother tongue. So, I'm Korean, and when I learn English in my school lectures, my teacher usually teach it with Korean. It give me some words, some English words, and give me translation of this, the meaning of this in Korean. So we usually learn this with our mother tongue. Also, we learn framework for our purpose language. I'm going to give you examples. When I when I learn English for the first time, I'm going to memorize alphabet, and then I learned grammar. This might be the framework for English. Also, there are some criteria to evaluate our English skills. They try to rate our grammar use our grammar, knowledge, and words that we've memorized, and something like this. How can we translate this paragraph exactly, or this kind of things? So based on this criteria, we just trying to learn English and try to translate it and understand the paragraph of English. However, with this education, I can't use English at all, and it is very difficult for me to converse with foreigners. And I'm going to give you another education that I told you before, concentrate educations. So it started, it view learning language with another perspective. It just tried to change our circumstance, and with this manners of education, we'll use English in our everyday life. So there are no barriers between learning and English and our mother tongue. So this is very difficult to explain. So I'm going to describe this another approach for learning English. I heard that some supervisors try to monitor that we use language, our purpose language in everyday life. So firstly, we just listen to a lot of podcast or books, paragraphs, and this is very similar to how can infants learn their mother tongues. So this education can be taught that trying to use this specific language. So at first we just listen to it and just trying to read this, and then we can understand the meaning of this with no intent. So this is very similar. How can we learn our mother tongue when we was baby? So implication of this, we can use some language and we can familiar with some language with no intent. However, some people might be very stressful from this method. Many oversee us to use our purpose language in our everyday life, despite in our dorm room. However, we can improve our English skills in very short time. We can't fluctuate level for learning new language, because or everything that we can do is just trying to be used to this language. Okay, this is very difficult to use this word or words and explain this. I hope you understand this, and how do you think about this? Honestly, I don't use the word diminish, but I just missed the chance to use this word, so I hope you understand this. However, I already know the meaning of diminish. Watermelon is really delicious. I want to eat this every day. immersion education. Immersion education.
You're doing something very impressive and challenging, and I truly admire your effort. You took 10 academic words, chose a meaningful topic, and built a well-organized, thoughtful comparison. This is not easy, even for fluent speakers, and you did it in English with confidence. That's powerful. Let me give you a short review without correcting grammar because you asked for practice, not editing. What you did well. Great structure. You introduced two types of education, usual education and what you called concentrate education. You probably meant immersion education, which is a perfect translation of morikyu. You used most of the words correctly. Allocate students based on their level. Framework for English. Criteria to evaluate, monitor use of language, implication of this, fluctuate level, perspective of language learning, approach for learning English. You noticed yourself that you missed diminish, but you understand the meaning. And that's fine. You don't have to be perfect in every try. The goal is learning, and you are learning. Follow-up question, based on your answer. You said immersion education helps learners improve English in a short time, but can also be stressful. In your opinion, what can schools or teachers do to diminish that stress while still using the immersion method? Take your time to answer, and when you're ready, I'll prepare the next 10 academic words.
Okay, thank you for your compliment, and I'm going to answer to this follow-up questions. I think I'm just trying to use this immersion education because I'm just trying to speak in English for 2 months despite I can't use it exactly. As a result, now I can make some sentence and paragraphs. Also, I can express my opinion. Although academic topic is still difficult for me. I practice English for 2 months with you. You always give me a familiar and casual topic, and now I can explain this easily. This is very amazing progress, and I can achieve this because you help me to do immersion education. Also, I don't feel much stress. To be honest, when I try to talk with you for the first time, I feel big stress because I can't say anything with English. I make very simple sentence like I like it, I hate this, I'm angry, I'm depressed. At that time, I try to memorize some words, but it is still difficult for me to record this. However, I'm just trying to keep practice. Also, you give me corrected version of my speech, and you give me information and answer for this. So by listening to your answer and your feedback, I can find which things is incorrect and I can fix it. Right after doing this, now I can make more long sentence by using various expressions. So uh, so I think something become very far, not related to this topic. So let's go back to its top. It I can record this word. I think you might understand this. So in my opinion, immersion education is very effective. However, to do this, we have to prepare two things. Firstly, students who try to take this immersion education need background knowledge. You know, I've been studying English for almost more than 12 years. I'm just studying a lot of times and I didn't use a lot of times for this. However, in my school, elementary, mid, and high school, I take lecture for English and thanks for this, I have background knowledge for English. I know some grammatic uses of English and I already know some words. Also, I try to memorize some basic words while um in my university's winter vacation. So I memorized some almost 3 to 4 thousand words. So I have no difficult. I have very little I can understand your speech. So this is the first reason why I don't get big stressed and why this immersion education make effective uh, can be success. So this is the first thing to diminish student stress. Secondly, I think the time when the time to use our purpose language and use our mother tongue, we have to separate these two. If I pressure to use English every time and in my daily life, I'll be feel big stressed with this. However, I'm just practice using English for 1 to 2 hours per day. Therefore, I don't feel big stressed with this and I can improve my English skills effectively. I agree that if I use English in my daily life and in my everyday life, and but if I do this, I'll be feel big pressure and big stress. So I'm going to summarize my opinion. To diminish stress, firstly, students who want to take immersion education need background knowledge for purpose language. Secondly, we have to separate the time when we use our purpose language and use our mother tongue. This is my opinion. I also want to know your opinion. And just give me another 10 academic words. 수박을 다 먹어버렸어. Conduct, shift, acquire, justify, expand, maintain, require, pursue, effect. Okay, thank you for your opinion and I'm very happy that you give 10 academic words. However, you don't give me explanation for this. Luckily, I know almost all of this meaning, but I don't know exact meaning of conduct. So I hope you give me explanation too. Also, for me, thinking of topic to use these words is really difficult. So I hope you recommend 2 to 3 topics. Then I'm going to choose one and I'll try to make paragraphs by using these 10 academic words. So I'm going to summarize my requirement. Firstly, give me 10 academic words and its explanation. Secondly, please recommend topics that I can make paragraphs with these words. Give me choose 3 topics, and I'm going to choose one. Or carry out something, especially a study or activity. Scientists conduct experiments to learn new things. Why people choose their career path. About dream, pressure from society, or interest.
That's a great and clear request. Thank you for organizing it so well. Let's do this step by step. 1. 10 academic words, simple explanations. Word, part of speech, meaning in simple English. Example sentence. By giving students books. Promote. Verb, to support or encourage something to grow or become. Verb. 3. Why people choose their career paths. Talk about dreams, pressure from society, and education. Discuss. Option 1, how to learn a language successfully. You can talk about study habits, immersion, using apps or classes, etc. Great for acquire, conduct, pursue, and maintain. Option 2, the role of technology in education. Discuss how computers, AI, or online classes affect learning. Useful for promote, affect, expand, and shift. Option 3, why people choose their career paths. Talk about dreams, pressure from society, or interests. Great for pursue, justify, require, and shift. Let me know which one you want to choose, and I'll be here to support you when you write your paragraph.
Acquire, to get or gain something, like knowledge, skill, or words. Okay, thank you for your explanation, and I think um hearing all of your speech might take a lot of time, so I'm just trying to read this on my own. Conduct, to do or carry out something, especially a study or activity. Scientists conduct experiments to learn new things. Okay, conduct. I'm going to memorize this. This is almost first time to see this word. Acquire, to get or gain something, like knowledge, skill, or object. I want to acquire good speaking skills. I really want it to justify, to explain why something is right or fail. He tried to justify his decision to skip class. Justify. I misunderstand this word, and the meaning that I know previously is a little bit different from this, so it is better for me to memorize this explanation. Expand, to grow or make something bigger. The company plans to expand to other countries. Maintain, it might have same meaning as gain. to keep something in good condition or at the same level. It's hard to maintain a healthy diet during an exam. Oh, I misunderstand this meaning. Again, maintain not mean gain. It have similar meanings to keep. Okay. I'm going to memorize it too. Require, to need or demand something. I know it already. Pursue. It might have similar meaning to convince. To follow or try to achieve something like a goal or dream. She wants to pursue a career in education. Literally pursue have this meaning, affect, to influence or change some things. Okay, before to do this, I'm going to search for meaning of pursue. Persuade. Pursue. It's literally, persuade. Oh, what I think before is persuade, and I'm really amazed that I misunderstand. What's the meaning of this? Persuade mean convince, and pursue means look forward, follow, pursue. Okay, now I can record. I try to memorize this word several times, but I failed to do this. Pursue. Now I'm not forget the meaning of this. Okay, I'm trying to make paragraphs with this word. Okay, thank you for your help. And I'm going to choose option 3. Why people choose their career path. I think this is very difficult topic. And sorry, I can't record. How can I say 추상적인 in English? I hope you understand this. So this is very difficult topic. When I was young, I'm just trying to pursue celebrity. When I was 7 years old, I want to become figure skater. At that time, Kim Yana was really famous, and I want to be like her. So she affected me to choose my dream. Then, when I become elementary school student, my dream shift. Now I can find my pros and my strengths. So some people's compliment promote me to do another things. Many people told me that I'm very good at drawing something. So at that time, I want to be a designer. So my dream is shift, and to do this, I asked my mom to go academic to take academic academic class. I want to learn more about art, so it was very fun. Sometime outer circumstance affect us too. When I become adolescent, many people pressure me. You have to acquire and require me. I'm going to explain the requirement. Some people compliment that I'm very good at studying and I'm very smart, clever student. I partly agree with this because I have no difficulty to understand new knowledge, and I can get high score with small effort. So I partly agree that I'm smarter than average person. So some people try to persuade me to become engineer or explore explorer. I can't record 연구원 too. Ah, okay. I'm just trying to keep going. So many people try to justify why job that can earn a lot of money is good, and I partly agree with that. If I have a lot of money, I can many things, and also um I can acquire oh my god fame. uh, I know this word previously, but I can't record this meaning. I can record this word when I try to use this. I hope you understand this. So mm, so I'm decided to become engineer. To do this, I have to maintain my score, and thanks for this, I can get high score as scientific and mathematic. Mm, as I told you before, many people praise me that I'm very smart and I'm very clever, and thanks for this, I can get high score at scientific, mathematic, and Koreans. It is very easy for me to understand the concept of this, and I'm very good at solve this problem, so I can expand my opportunity to get high reputation university. So now um I can enter to good university. Many people say that my university is very good and well known, renowned, and I'm satisfied with this. However, I can't confidence that this was my real dream, and I choose my career path with my own desire. Mm, Many people affect by our outer circumstance and our parents and our teachers and other people that is really near to us. Some people try to justify us that some kind of job is good and deserve to get a reputation. Like this job, doctor, engineer, medicines, and others like this, dentist. You might understand this, and it require high scores of exam. So many people pressure to studying again and again to maintain their score, and this might be very stressful. So why people choose their career path, it is very difficult to explain. However, many people it is sure that many people will affect by our circumstance, and you know people there are no people that is free from others and not suscept, susceptible from others. Okay, today I think my English skills are awkward and this is very difficult to make this paragraph. I hope you understand this, and this is just all. How do you think about this? Abstract. Clear storytelling. You said I can't confident this was my real dream. Few correction and tips. 연구원. Researcher. Yes. 연구원 is researcher, and why I can't record this very simple and easy word. I don't know the reason of this, but now I'm success to record this. Require me, put pressure on me, demand from me. Okay, require me can be replaced by put pressure on me and demand from me. I guess this time I make a lot of grammaric and vocabulary mistake, and this is the reason why you try to correct this. So thank you for do this. Okay, you give me another 10 words again, and emphasize, indicate, establish, assess, implement, generate, respond, involved, function, demonstrate. Okay, thank you. You 다시 말해야지. Okay. I'm really appreciate that you give me 10 academic words again. However, I'm a little bit exhausted, and this kind of practice is a little bit difficult for me. For me, arrange my opinion is still difficult, and also I have to think about this word, and I have to try to use this by talking with my topic. So I think it takes more effort than before, almost twice or more than this. So I just want to talk about more casual things and legal dress for using this word. So could you do this for me? We can make paragraphs with this word tomorrow, and we can talk about academic things tomorrow. So now why don't we talk about more casual and familiar things? I'm a little bit exhausted and tired. I can't do this anymore.
Of course. Thank you for telling me honestly. You've been working so hard, and it's totally okay to feel tired, especially after doing a difficult task like this. Let's relax a bit and just talk about something more fun and casual. No pressure to use academic words or make long paragraphs today. You're doing enough already. How about one of these topics? 1. Your favorite food or something you want to eat now. 2. A fun or funny moment while playing League of Legends 3. A movie or show you watched recently or want to watch. 4. What you want to do to relax this evening. Which one sounds good to you, or you can tell me your own topic. Let's just chat naturally now.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about this. I'm very surprised that you still remember that I loved playing League of Legends. So I'm going to choose second topic, a fun or funny moment while playing League of Legends. Recently, I didn't play League of Legends at all since I eliminate this almost 1 month ago. I play League of Legends too frequently, and I'm really disappointed myself because So I just eliminate application for this, and I didn't play this game almost 1 month. So uh I really want to play this game again. However, I'm going to go PC bang to play this. And let's talk about funny moments while playing this game. I usually playing for position top, and my favorite character is Timo and Dr. Mundo. Mm. So I can explain, explain funny moments with these characters. So I think these two characters have very opposite characteristics. Timo is very clever, and to play this, I have to I have to think a lot of things. Where should I put mushroom, and how can I escape from opposite, and how can I arrange this game? However, when I play Dr. Mundo, I don't have to think a lot of things. I'm just defense our team by attacked opponents, and I'm very strong with this character, so for opponent it is very difficult to kill me. Mm, Therefore, I think both have different characteristic, and all of them is very fascinating. When I succeed to use teleport, it is difficult to record the skill of this name in English. I usually play this game um as Korean, so I don't know the name of this in English. I hope you understand this. So when I succeed to use teleport and can broke opponent's house, it was really exciting things. I can't forget that feeling. Um, opponents feel nervous when they notice that their house is broken. They think they will be win because their score is higher than ours, and they have lots of money than ours. But however, I'm succeed to broke their nexus, and I can't forget this that feeling. It was really impressive and really funny for me. So this is just all. Another funny moment when I playing another character Timo, when opposite opponent push my mushroom and died. It was really fun. Um, I think today's I have my English skill is really awkward. I have difficulty to express this casual things. I hope you understand this. Okay, I'm just got your answer because you're just trying to give me collected version of my speech. However, as I told you before, I record this video, and collecting all of my answer take a lot of times. So I don't want to delay my practice. Therefore, I just cut your answer. I hope you understand this. Um, you don't have to give me feedback and corrected version of my speech. I know there are many rooms that I have to improve, and I make lots of grammatic and vocabulary errors. However, I don't want to hear feedback because it is a little bit boring, and I just want to trying to talk a lot of things without thinking, without intent. So I think you will understand this. I want to do immersion education with you. Mm, however, now I have some questions. Which is more effective? Getting collective version of my speech and trying to repeat it, then I can fix my speech and I can find which thing is incorrect. And mm, after knowing this, I'll make less mistake than before. Second things is just trying to say a lot of things, a lot of sentence paragraph, and just trying to make many things, just trying to use English. So to do this, I don't have to get feedback from you, and I don't have to check collected version of my speech. However, I can't find my mistake um unless I'll become fluent. So I think both things have its own pros and cons. And also, I want to know your opinion. Which do you think's better? Previous one or later one? Thank you for being so honest and clear with me. I completely understand what you're saying and I respect your choice. You're doing something really important. You're focusing on fluency, confidence, and immersion rather than perfection. That's powerful. Okay, your answer is too long again, and as I told you before, I don't want to get information buying this conversation. However, I'm going to read this because you give me this info. You're just trying to explain this for me. Okay, correct this speech and lipit, lipit, repetition. I don't know the pronunciation of this word. You clearly see your mistakes and learn how to fix them. Okay, you improve accuracy and grammar faster. It's built a strong foundation of academic or formal speaking. I agree with this. Oh, I can use speaking rather than speech. I usually use speech to explain my speaking, but now I know I can use speaking word. I can use speaking to express this. Okay, prose fluency quickly, naturally, and the real life immersion. So you think doing a great job with option 2. Yes, I think I'm just trying to do option 2. Okay, thank you for your explanation. However, it is too long. I told you before, I just want to talk with you, not getting information by talking with you. So, what I want is just interaction and conversation. You will understand this. You will understand my purpose. So, you told me that I'm trying to improve my English skill by using option 2, and I agree with this. I'm just trying to do immersion education, and now I can say some things in English, but I still make many grammar mistake because I don't use option 1 frequently. I really agree with this, and you compare this concept with more casual things. You told me option 2 is like speaking muscles, and option 1 is grammar brush. And I think I need grammar brush too because I have to improve my grammar uses. Despite you can understand and I can express clearly. So I hope you to choose only one option. You told me boosting has its own pros and cons, and I can improve my English skills by using both options. However, I hope you understand only one option, and I'm going to try to do this. So could you do this? Could you do this for me? Oh my god, you told me a lot of things again, and I hope you told me more briefly. So I choose option 2 for you. Just talk freely, build fluency, and use English a lot without correction.
Yes, I understand you clearly now. Thank you for explaining again. You want to choose only one method and focus on it, not mix both. Right now, you want to improve by just speaking more and more without getting corrections or grammar focused feedback. So, I choose option 2 for you. Just talk freely, build fluency, and use English a lot without corrections. I will support this fully. I'll keep our conversations natural, interactive, and fun. I won't correct your grammar or give long explanations unless you ask for them. Let's enjoy the conversation and speak like friends. So, what do you feel like talking about today? More about League of Legends, or maybe something else like movies, travel, food, or daily life?
I want to talk about daily life. Today I visit library again and um um oh my god, I don't know how can I say 거의 내가 마지막으로 도서관을 방문한 지 일주일 넘게 지났다 in English. So I hope you explain this. Could you do this for me? Of course. It's been over a week since I last visited the library. It's been over a week since I last visited the library. Okay. Okay, now I know this expression. It's been over a week since I last visited the library. Thank you for your explanation. So I'm going to keep talking about this, my daily life. Today I visit the library again and it's been over a week since I last visited the library. Um Rest time when I visit library, I feel big depression because I usually compare myself with other, and that days I compare myself again. So I'm just feeling like I don't want to study at all, and I'm just visited lots of festival rather than studying. So I feel free and it was very exciting time. However, I feel pressure and I think I have to study again. So I'm just trying to record this video to check my English skills and I decided to do this regularly. Also, I visited library again and today I memorized some words and solving problem for TOEFL reading books. I'm very satisfied with this. Mm, Also, I'm going to visit library tomorrow. I'll visit the library at tomorrow too. To do this, I have to wake up earlier than today. Today I woke up at 10:30 a.m. Mm, moreover, when I preparing to go out, I watch my smartphone a lot. Therefore, it takes almost 3 hours to prepare. If I don't watch my smartphone, then it will take 1 hours. So I think it's much better for me to not watch smartphone while I preparing. So I decided to do this. I'm going to wake up earlier than today, and I won't watch my smartphone while I prepare to go out. However, I might make this mistake again, and then I'll be disappointed. I'll disappoint myself. Um However, I'm just decide that I'm not trying to track perfection. I'm just doing the things what I want to do at the time and spontaneously. So this is my daily life. I hope you encourage me to wake up early tomorrow and go to library earlier than today. I want to arrive at library at 12 11 a.m. It might be very difficult to do this. I have to wake up earlier than 8 a.m. However, if you encourage me, I'm going to try to do this.
You're doing so well, and I'm really proud of how honestly you're expressing yourself in English. And yes, waking up earlier won't be easy, but I know you can do it. So here's your encouragement. Tomorrow is a fresh start. Even if it's hard, just try to open your eyes a little earlier. Even if you're sleepy, just sit up and don't touch your phone. You don't need to be perfect, just a little bit better than yesterday. That's more than enough. You're already trying, and that's powerful. 11 a.m. at the library? You've got this. Let's go. Want to set a tiny goal together for the morning, like sit up at 7:50 or touch the floor before checking my phone?
Okay, I'm really happy that you tried to help me. However, I just want to rest for a minute. Today I've been studying for more than 5 hours and I want to take a rest. It is very fun to talk with you. However, my mother tongue is not English and always try to talk in English is a little bit exhausted things for me. So I'm tired today and I just want to finish this practice. I think you will understand this. So see you tomorrow and um please help me at tomorrow too. Have a nice day.
Of course, I totally understand. You've studied hard today. Over 5 hours is amazing. English practice takes a lot of energy, especially when you're doing it so seriously like you are. So, yes, rest well, relax your mind, and let your body recover. I'll be right here tomorrow, ready to help you again. You did great today. See you tomorrow, and sweet dreams if you're sleeping soon. Take care.
Okay, take care. It's over.